Hey guys, I want to share a really quick testimony. I've been someone who's involved in music pretty much all my life. Like I know several different instruments. I can sing, write music, perform. Really big on that. But I realized like in my 20s with like all the different shows and stuff I was playing, I was eventually like I came to terms with the fact that I was placing it above the Lord. It was changing who I was, like my persona, my morals. I was like getting involved with like bad people and like girls and stuff, and it was just like God made it abundantly clear. And it's like, even through stuff he was telling me time and time and time again, it's just same conclusion. This is above me. Cut it out. And even to a point where I just came to terms with like, okay, eventually I did. I said, you know what? I am absolutely willing to depart from this thing, place it at your feet, place it at the feet of Jesus. Say, if I can't do this and not serve you, or if I can't do this and place it beneath you and place you way above it, I'm not doing it. Because, like, how selfish are musicians and even just other forms? But let's stick with music. How selfish is it to, like, get on a stage and, like, you play in front of some people and you think you're just like this God, like the arrogance, you know what I mean? It's like, it's pathetic. So I placed it at his feet like 3 years ago. And I said, yeah, if I can't do it, like, okay, I'm going to hang it up. It's fine. Fast forward to now, January and February of 2025. It's been borderline effortless, which is extremely different from how things have played out in the past. It's always been strenuous, and there's been like a certain level of strain with getting people together, like band members, and like making stuff happen. There's been a level of strain. Now, there's been like no strain. Like I had a really insane bass player show up in January, and then a really insane drummer show up recently, and it's like they're just ready to be a part of my band and like do shows. And just through the way it's all happened and come together, I'm like really checking it. I'm like, God, I believe you place these people in my life to like do this. And while I believe God honored it with like, you place it at me, okay, I will give this back to you. I think you've earned that responsibility where I can give this back to you. I'm also treading lightly because with that responsibility, there's also the realization of don't mess this up. It's not like you're just off the hook. But if they're enabling that and they are opening the door, take it appropriately. Because guess what? If it dispersed tomorrow, if like the whole like, hey, band members for playing shows, if it fell apart tomorrow, God forbid, I would just come to terms with that and say, okay, God's first. And swallow like whatever pride or arrogance there is and say, Jesus first. That's it. So this is a bit of a personal share, but maybe it's helpful to someone else. Maybe this is helpful to you in some degree. Because I mean, the moral of this is that if you are placing something above God, he don't like that. And second of all, he's going to let you know. Okay? And third, if you do what I did and you give it to him and you lay it at his feet, I did that with a sense of I'm not asking for it back. Like I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. I don't trust myself with this. So obviously you can't surprise God. You can't fool him. But if you ever do that, like really come from a place of just being humble with it and placing it before him. And then that's it. That's the end of the story. Because if he wants to give it back to you, he will. Right? It's the same thing of like, no matter what the idol is, if it's a person, if it's a circumstance, if it's your career, if it's like person relationship, or if it's a skill set and it's above God like that, he's going to check you. He's going to tell you, you need to let it go. You need to give it to me. He's like, come on, give it to me. You're being a punk. So I just want to share that. I hope this is helpful to someone. And again, like I'm really trying to come from this place. Like I'm going to tread lightly and like take steps. Because I'm not going to go back into just being and like acting the way I was. Like I just want God to be first. Let's make God first. Don't put idols before him. He is He is God. He is so grand and he is so holy, and he deserves all the honor, all the glory, all the praise, all King Jesus. Place whatever dorky idols you have underneath him, please.